So much news, so much winning. Ladies and gentlemen, what Donald Trump just did in front of the world is absolutely nuts. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to smash the like button. Let me know where you guys are watching from. We got breaking news. We got Trump literally speaking to world leaders. I want to show you that clip because that clip is going to live on for generations and generations as to what he is doing and how he is handling world leaders and what he said on the world stage. Also, what Donald Trump just released. And also another thing, it's so much news, so much winning. But I want to speak to you guys real quick. And I want to know, some of you guys have been waiting for this moment your whole entire lives because you knew that there was something wrong with our government. One of the main reasons you became conservative or you became right wing or you became a populist is because of this very moment right here. A lot of you guys have been waiting for this. A lot of you guys. I just want to say congratulations because you finally got what you wanted. As you get older in this world, you have been wondering when the moment was going to come. Some of you guys were alive for these moments, specifically JFK. Some of you guys were born after, and you've always wondered what happened. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get the answer that we've all been waiting for, specifically you guys that have been doing this for a very long time, that have been wondering and waiting for a very long time for these documents to come out. Donald Trump did it for you. Let's take a listen.
Lastly, sir, we have an executive order ordering the declassification of files relating to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
That's a big one, huh? A lot of people are waiting for this for years, for decades. And everything will be revealed.
Everything will be revealed. That is what he's telling everybody in the United States of America. He has 45 days to release this. Now, this is about to be a very dangerous period. Name me who's about to get exposed right now. And nothing redacted, but name me what agencies are about to get exposed. America is about to change forever, because things are finally going to be confirmed. It's a difference between speculation and confirmation. We speculate that it was CIA. We speculate that it was the FBI that went after Martin Luther King. We speculate this. We don't know this to be fully true. But now a president of the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen, is about to expose everything you guys have been waiting generations at this point for. This is huge. Because it's finally coming out.
Okay. Give that to RFK Jr.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Said, give that to RFK Jr. RFK Jr. has been waiting for this his entire life. This is what the Democrats promised that they will show the world. This used to be a Democratic ideology. This used to be left-wing progressive ideology to expose the government. Now they are the government. And Donald Trump is exposing it and releasing it. And we have 45 days. And I can't wait to read through all those files with you guys. This is huge. This is everything you've been waiting for. Bro, this is crazy. He did it in front of the world too. You want to know what else he did? He also Trump just pardoned pro-lifers who were prosecuted by Biden's DOJ and sentenced to federal prison for praying outside of abortion clinics. Bro, this dude is moving.
Next, we have a set of pardons for peaceful pro-life protesters who were prosecuted by the Biden administration for exercising their First Amendment rights.
Do you know how many?
I believe it's 23, sir.
23 people were prosecuted. They should not have been prosecuted. Many of them are elderly people. They should not have been prosecuted. This is a great honor to sign this.
Oh man, do you guys understand what we're watching right now? We are watching America change forever, dude. We are watching America change forever. Oh my God, this is crazy. We are watching something unbelievable. I don't think people are grasping. So many people are caught up in their emotions. So many people are caught up in their hate for Donald Trump. So many people are caught up. They're not understanding what's happening in front of them. They're not understanding. And it frustrates me so much. How can you not understand what's happening right now? This is for the next 40, 50, 60 years of our lifetimes. For your great-grandchildren and your grandchildren. Things are happening quick. I'm going to be honest. I've never been more worried about this guy's life. But then I heard this speech right here. And I am more worried than ever before for this guy's life right here. This is him speaking to the World Economic Forum and world leaders. This speech right here is crazy.
My administration is acting with unprecedented speed to fix the disasters we've inherited from a totally inept group of people and to solve every single crisis facing our country. This begins with confronting the economic chaos caused by the failed policies of the last administration. Over the past 4 years, our government racked up $8 trillion in wasteful deficit spending and inflicted nation-wrecking energy restrictions, crippling regulations, and hidden taxes like never before. The result is the worst inflation crisis in modern history and sky-high interest rates for our citizens and even throughout the world. Food prices and the price of almost every other thing known to mankind went through the roof. President Biden totally lost control of what was going on in our country, but in particular with our high inflation economy and at our border. Because of these ruinous policies, total government spending this year is $1.5 trillion higher than was projected to occur when I left office just 4 years ago. Likewise, the cost of servicing the debt is more than 230% higher than was projected in 2020. The inflation rate we are inheriting remains 50% higher than the historic target. It was the highest inflation probably in the history of our country. That's why from the moment I took office, I've taken rapid action to reverse each and every one of these radical left policies that created this calamity, in particular with immigration, crime, and inflation. On day one, I signed an executive order directing every member of my cabinet to marshal all powers at their disposal to defeat inflation and reduce the cost of daily life. I imposed a federal hiring freeze, a federal regulation freeze, a foreign aid freeze, and I created the new Department of Government Efficiency. I terminated the ridiculous and incredibly wasteful Green New Deal. I call it the Green New Scam. Withdrew from the one-sided Paris Climate Accord and ended the insane and costly electric vehicle mandate. We're going to let people buy the car they want to buy. I declared a national energy emergency, and that's so important, national energy emergency to unlock the liquid gold under our feet and pave the way for rapid approvals of new energy infrastructure. The United States has the largest amount of oil and gas of any country on earth, and we're going to use it. Not only will this reduce the cost of virtually all goods and services, it'll make the United States a manufacturing superpower and the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto. My administration has...
Oh, man, as a crypto holder myself, I'm very excited. Guys, it's going to take time. Trump said it. What these people did in 4 years, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while, ladies and gentlemen. We are extremely in debt, guys. We're not headed toward a good way. He's not inheriting anything that's remotely close to what he inherited in 2016. He's inheriting something a lot worse. And we are only 4 days in, and Democrats are now blaming Donald Trump for everything. Gas prices go up 30 cents. It's Trump's fault. Trump does something. Oh, but I thought our eggs, you know what I mean? But you have to pay close attention. Pay close attention to the wealth transfer that's going on. Pay close attention. Let's keep going.
Also begun the largest deregulation campaign in history, far exceeding even the record-setting efforts of my last term. In total, the Biden administration imposed $50,000 in additional regulatory costs on the average American household over the last 4 years. I have promised to eliminate 10 old regulations for every new regulation, which will soon put many thousands of dollars back in the pockets of American families. To further unleash our economy, our majorities in the House and Senate, which we also took along with the presidency, are going to pass the largest tax cut in American history, including massive tax cuts for workers and family, and big tax cuts for domestic producers and manufacturers. And we're working with the Democrats on getting an extension of the original Trump tax cuts, as you probably know, by just reading any paper. My message to every business in the world is very simple. Come make your product in America, and we will give you among the lowest taxes of any nation on earth.
What's crazy about that? This is a huge announcement. He's inviting companies and people to produce in America. He will give them the benefit of the doubt. But you want to know what Democrats are saying? He's going to give tax cuts to the wealthy, and he's going to... People don't understand, man. People really don't get it. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited for all of this. But man, there is a spiritual war happening right now. There are people rising like never before to make sure that nothing good happens in these next 4 years. And I don't think as a country we could afford another bad 4 years. When I wake up and I turn on and I grab my phone, I see crazy things. And again, all of it has to do with race, has to do with sexuality, and it has to do with religion to a degree. Everything emotional. Everything has nothing to do with policies, has nothing to do with America and Americans itself. It has everything to do with hatred for one another. I don't think people are rooting for this guy to do good. Somebody said this channel is becoming clickbait. You come in here 12 minutes late, of course you're going to miss what I was talking about. Donald Trump just released the JFK files. He signed an executive order on JFK and Martin Luther King Jr. This is huge because a lot of people have been waiting for the truth to come out. Now, I'm still waiting for the drones. I'm still waiting for the drones, executive order to come out. Maybe he'll announce that tonight on Sean Hannity. But he stands up in front of the world and he's competent and he's telling the world that America will bounce back from this. He also threatened the Taliban to guys, I got to read the story to you. This story right here absolutely made me laugh, but I got to show you this. I have to show you this. Donald Trump demands the Taliban return $7 billion worth of U.S. military equipment in Afghanistan left by the Biden administration. Do you see the difference between administrations now? One, Donald Trump is telling the world what we're gonna do. Joe Biden seemed like he just didn't have any power. Why didn't Obama, why didn't leftist and progressive leaders sign an executive order to release these files? I'm going to read something else for you guys so that way you guys understand where I'm going with this. I'm not caught up in my emotions. I'm not caught up in this race war that people are secretly in. I'm not playing these games. I'm going to show you what the market is telling me. This is what the market is telling me. Cenk Uygur says, Cenk Uygur, a progressive, says, Trump ordering the release of government files on JFK, RFK, and Martin Luther King assassinations is a great thing. I don't know how much real evidence there is, and that's another conversation for another day. But he says, I'll take it. And I'd like to remind my friends on the left, releasing the files was originally a left-wing position. This is a left-wing position that now, do you see what Trump is doing here? Everything that the left promised the left, they never did. Democrats. How many of you guys used to be a Democrat here? I'm pretty sure a lot of us used to be Democrats. We used to believe that Democrats was the party of the working class. We used to believe that the Democrats really had our best interests at heart. I love people. I love everybody. How can I not? I'm a Christian person. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe in his teachings. I don't have a heart full of hate. So of course, Democrats always, they seem like the party to choose. But when you choose them, have you realized something? Have you realized what the Democrats have been doing for the last few years? They're not Christian. They don't believe in Christianity. They don't believe in our values. You say that there's more than two genders. Donald Trump signs an executive order that there's only two genders in America. Everybody loses their mind. Why? I read something back in the day that the people that were supposed to run this country were supposed to be business-minded people. That the people that were supposed to run this country were not supposed to be politicians. Guys, politicians are not supposed to be career politicians. This is not a thing. That's why there's a 4-year term. I don't know why in the Constitution there's not terms for people in Congress and the Senate. I have no idea why. But this is what America's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the land of the free, home of the brave. People want to come here. But when you start letting everybody in, you put people in a very tough position. You start letting people in that we have no idea who they are. Then people start, again, I saw a post earlier, and I'll close it out with this. I just want you guys to see where my headspace is at. Maybe your headspace is in the same place. Donald Trump said yesterday, you could tell by how they look that should make you worry about who's coming into the country. People are like, oh, this is racist. What they left out was Trump said these people are coming in with tattoos on their faces, tattoos, MS-13 tattoos. They left that out. Again, this is going to be a 4-year period of Donald Trump as a racist. There's going to be a 4-year period of Donald Trump as a fascist. There's going to be a 4-year period of all of it. But if you are a Democrat and you're in here, please, for the next 4 years, clear your mind. Read the orders. Read the policies. Read the truth. Do not be deceived by people and their feelings. Do not be deceived by everything you see online. Because I debunked something like this in a matter of seconds because I watched the entire interview where Trump said you could tell by how they look when they have gang tattoos and tattoos on their faces that they're probably not good people. But they left that out. They put just a certain... This is why I've checked out. This is why I've checked out from the racist talk and all this bullshit. This is why I don't pay attention to you when you cry racism and this. This is why I don't pay attention to that. I understand that there's white people that are racist. Probably. I understand that there's black people that are racist. Most definitely. I grew up with them. I'm part black myself. I can tell you. Everybody has racism. I don't know. I see it all the time from every race. But that's why I don't care. Because it's bullshit. I don't care. I don't care about these conversations that you're trying to have with me. What the left is trying to do is that with these mass deportations, they tell you as a Latino, because I'm also a Latino man, they tell me, hey, Lou, you're going to be deported. Why? Why would I get deported? You don't... Liberals in America think that Americans are just white people. And if you're not white, you should be worried about getting deported. I think that should tell you exactly everything you need to know about America and progressives. Progressives have this ideology that everybody that's not white is an immigrant. Illegal at that. So projection, that's what you're going to see for the next 4 years. Projection. People projecting bullshit. And you know what's crazy about this? It's a play on emotion. Thank you, John Knox. Thank you for saying that. It's a play on emotion. I'll tell you the last thing. I'll tell you this. I saw this earlier today. A liberal went and they did this to me a few times. Guys, you know who calls me the N-word all the time? I open up my DMs, my direct messages. I go on my phone. I open up my. You want to know what I see all the time? N-words. From who? It's not from MAGA. You guys are not calling me the N-word. By the way, I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. I don't care what anybody calls me. I don't care. But do you want to know who's doing that? Like, bro, somebody, it was a conservative gets called the N-word by a white liberal 9 times out of 10 every day. It's the craziest thing in the world, I'm telling you. That's why these next 4 years, you got to be locked in. Focus on crypto. Focus on your portfolio. Focus on saving money. Good things are going to happen. These tax cuts will affect the economy in a good way. It did before. When you get back online, make sure you're saving your money and make sure you're buying the right things. Make sure you're building out a portfolio. Make sure your retirement is good. I know a lot of you guys are already retired. Some of you guys are going to retire. So that's just my opinion. He needs to release the Epstein list. Yeah, the Epstein list. Guys, there's so many things he could do. We're only 4 days in. Only 4 days in. Only 4 days into this. So I would say be patient. Things are coming. He has a lot to do domestically. These are things that he got to do domestically. He's also got to do foreign policy. But what Democrats are doing right now is 4 days in, they are blaming everything on him, on his administration, that he's not good, he's terrible, the economy is doing bad. Again, they're shifting everything that happened in the last 4 years. They're shifting it over to Trump, shifting it over to you. This is your fault. You voted for this. You voted for this. And I think that American politics, as we know it, has died. But you want to know what's keeping it alive? Donald Trump signing an order to release the JFK files, MLK files. And you want to know who's defending this not coming out? You want to know who's on the side of the government now? Pay attention. Who's on the side of the government? Who doesn't want this to come out? Oh, progressives and leftists and Democrats don't want this to come out. Why? We're talking about 60 years in the making, 55 years in the making. You don't want this to come out now? Why? Oh, yeah, it's 60 years. You don't want this to come out because you hate Trump? I'm sorry. It's crazy. It's wild. I've never seen so many people all of a sudden now on the side of the government. But again, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate everybody here. We'll be back with a bigger and better video. I'm going to look around, see what the breaking news is. I do have to talk about Fauci. Because the Fauci situation is a lot deeper than what we think. I'm going to play this clip, but I'm also going to probably play this clip later. But I want to show you something real quick about the people that took the shot. I don't want to talk about the vaccine. I don't want to talk about any of that because I don't want to get banned off YouTube. There's a lot of people worried about Fauci taking that pardon. Because again, pardons are optional. You don't have to take the pardon. But Fauci took the pardon. And people that took the shot, that took the you know what, they're worried. And I'm going to show you this video right now. Thank you so much for your donation. Anybody sending donations, I appreciate you. They say daily Russia, China hacked us. The only reasons why do this, of course. But here we go. Let me show you this clip.
But Fauci took the pardon. Fauci could say, I don't want the pardon. I don't think I did anything wrong. Mm-hmm. But he took the pardon.
I don't blame anybody for taking the pardon.
I do, because now you're guilty. Because there are a lot of people that were on the January 6th committee that were offered a pardon. And they said no. They're like, I did my job. I was supposed to investigate this. I did what I was supposed to do. I don't want the pardon.
If you're Fauci, you're not taking a pardon?
What's in my arm, yo?
What's in your arm, not mine.
That's what I'm saying. What's in my arm, yo? Why are you taking a part of what's in my arm, yo?
Okay.
What's in my arm?
I'm taking that part. I don't give a fuck.
If I put some shit in my arm, you're not allowed to get pardoned. You told me I need to put some shit in my arm. Now you can't go get pardoned. You gotta hold the weight of that decision. That's your job. What's in my arm, yo?
I mean,
What's about to come out?
you ain't wrong. Like it looks a suspect. It definitely looks crazy suspect. Yeah.
I think it's because they lied about knowing it was a man-made virus, knowing it came from China.
Anyways, you guys see where I'm going with this? So it's gonna be an interesting 4 years, guys. Very interesting 4 years. Because again, Donald Trump also said yesterday that Joe Biden pardoned everybody, but he didn't pardon himself. So it was a preemptive pardon. It's already done. The video was done already. Plus, I think everybody's good. I'm not insinuating anything. What I'm saying is he's right. Why would you take that pardon if you're Fauci? That doesn't make any sense. So, interesting conversation there. That's all I'm going to say about it. It's a very interesting conversation. A lot of people were thrown off by this. They were thrown off by that. It's a federal pardon, though. All right, guys. That's the narrative. See, on this channel, what I do, guys, is I play the narratives. What are the narratives that are happening right now, and what's the truth? We got to find what the truth is behind these narratives. What is the narrative of Fauci? What is the narrative of Biden? What is the narrative of Trump right now? Like these narratives, and that's a narrative that's happening right now. It's like a lot of people are thrown off. Like, why would you accept it? Why would you accept a pardon? What happened? Like, and that's just what it is. But all right, guys, I love you. Appreciate you guys. I'll be back in a bit with some more news. So make sure to subscribe if you guys can't. I appreciate that. There's a lot going on. This is what it's going to be like for the next 4 years. I hope you guys are excited. There's a lot of things that are about to go down. So see you guys on the next one.